MBTI stands for Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. This is a popular technique for helping people understand their own communication, preference, and how they connect with others. The MBTI is the world's most common personality test, with 2 million people taking it each year. Sometimes at the request of employer, vocational counselor, or career coach. It is used by nearly 10,000 businesses, 2,500 institutions and colleges, and 200 government entities. MBTI was created by Catherine Cook Briggs and her daughter Isabel Briggs Myers in the United States in the early mid-20th century. Cook Briggs was inspired to research personality type theory when she met Isabel's future husband, Clarence Myers. MBTI assessment, first published in World War II, was a huge influence on the project's development. Myers believed that if people understood each other better, they work together better and there be less conflict. She spent the next 20 years developing question and validating the instrument and the theory. The MBTI instrument was first published in 1962. Now, the Myers-Briggs Company, formerly CPP Incorporation, has published, researched, and updated the MBTI instrument since 1975. It has been trained since 1989. Today, the Myers-Briggs Company continues to follow Myers' guiding principle, which is understanding people, understanding personality and differences can change the world for the better.
The purpose of the Myers-Briggs type indicator, the first one is all type of the indicator is equal. The number two is the Myers-Briggs indicator does not measure ability, trait or character. That's which mean that the all purpose for this test is equal. Number three is your type does not indicate who you are as a person, which means the result of this test is not indicate what you are and what the character you are. So this is about the the test only. And the last one is the MBTI is designed to determine respondent preference in four opposite pair known as dichotomies. As I said before, in this purpose of the Myers-Briggs type indicator is not about your character or your ability or your trait, but this the result will be determined for the four opposite pair, so you will know the pair of your character. So this is the purpose of the Myers-Briggs type indicator. The validity of the Myers-Briggs indicator, there is five in this validity. The first one is the relationship with the other questionnaire. The one questionnaire with other questionnaire is been related for the each other. And number two is the internal structure, that is the valid, it make a validity. And the number three is the relationship with the behavior. All the indicator as such as the result will be in a four dichotomies, so it will be a relationship with the behavior. And number five is type of description. All the four dichotomies that I have been in the purpose of this type Briggs indicator is have own the description, that every description is describing the each person. And and the last one is a practical validity. There is not only about the theoretical, but it's all including the practical in this indicator. The reliability for this indicator MBTI, what is mean of the reliability? Reliability is a whether test or question and given consistent result, in particular investigating whether it's consistent over time, test or retest reliability. So in this reliability, a correlation of 0.7 is often taken as minimum acceptable value for personality questionnaire scale. And reliability for this MBTI is near to 1.0, and it shows that the data or what input that we get in the test is very accurate and can be used. It has been zero false or mistake in this test, so the data is very accurate and it can be used for observe for research, and so on. The MBTI tool was submitted to Executive Ability Generalization (RG) and assists to characteristic the variability of measurement error in MBTI score across administration. So this means MBTI already passed the test and already show this test is very acceptable, can be used for career and so on. So
Next is the four dichotomies. The first is extrovert or introvert. Okay, extrovert is refer to the act or state of receiving energy from source other than oneself. Extrovert enjoy socializing and tend to be more exalted, assertive, talkative, and animated. They like to spend more time with other people and don't like to be alone. Okay, that's extroverted. Next is introverted. Introverted is a tendency to preoccupy oneself with one's own inner life. Self-reflection is what introverts value over social engagement. They also prefer to observe before participating in any activity. Introverts tend to be more quiet, peaceful, and reserved. Now, introverts prefer individual activities over social ones. This is not to be mistaken with shy people who fear social situations. Next is sensing or intuition. Sensing is the processing of information using the five senses. Sensing people focus on the present and prefer to learn by doing rather than thinking it through. They are concentrate, thinker, recognize detail. They are more energized by the practical use of an object idea rather than the theory behind it. That sensing. Next is intuition. Relate to the way that people interpret data. People with intuition are more perceptive to the pattern and meaning hidden in data. People with intuition are more concerned with how the present will affect the future further. They can quickly understand many scenery and abstract ideas. They easily see the big picture rather than the detail. Next is thinking or feeling. Thinking is related to the process of decision making. Thinking people make unbiased decisions based on fact and defensible argument. They frequently evaluate the situation, advantage and disadvantage, and look for contradiction. They favor being fair and task oriented. That is a thinking. Next is feeling. Feeling is people are more subjective. They base their decision on principle and personal values. When making decision, they consider other people's feeling and take it in account. It is in their best mind to maintain harmony among a group. They are more governed by their herd. Next is judging or perceiving. Judging is related to how people behave in public when making judgment. People who judge often exhibit organization and promptness. They value structure and favor following set timetable or improper label. Compared to the act of creating, they perceive the result to be more satisfying. Judging individual aim for resolution. That's for the judging. Next is perceiving. People prefer flexibility and live their life with spontaneity. They dislike structure and prefer to adapt to the new situation rather than plan for it. They tend to be open to new options and expression while working on a project. They enjoy the process more than outcome.
Okay, ISTJ. This personality type is distinguished by a strong sense of morality and obligation. They prefer to have everything planned out and put in place a set of guidelines that will help team and organization run smoothly and logically. This kind of individual place a great importance on rules and demand that truth always prevail and suit the circumstance as they ought to. Even even though they are often introvert, individual of this sort do not avoid connecting with them. Okay, the key to working with these people is that they will take the critique to improve on themselves. Okay, then value their commitment as much as they value their own and more. Okay, example of career are accountant, engineer, scientist, banker, teachers, and others. Okay, the next is ISFJ. Okay, they are people driven by the desire to defend and help others. They enjoy being reliable for others. Simply put, this type of person will strive to follow instruction and meet all requirements. These people are not considered ambitious. These people often think that it is inappropriate to ask for a raise or a promotion in exchange for the effort they put in at work. Okay, the key to working with these people is to give a good feedback. Have to follow their procedure because they are traditional and so on. Okay, example of career designer, nurse, childcare, administrator, and others. Okay, next is INFJ. People with this personality type typically have very defined goals and are quiet and sensitive. They also feel compelled to make sure that these ideas are shared by others. They end up carrying so much work with them as a result of this that they can no longer handle everything. This kind of individual is really good at figuring out what others people are thinking. This indicate that they are exceptional skill at reading and interpret each individual. Okay, the key to working with these people is not to critique them, always support them. They like to work comparatively and so on. Okay, example of career are psychologist, professor, counselor, scientist, medical doctor, and others. Okay, thank you. That's all from me.
INTJ personality type is analytical and visual and strongly individualistic. Key function is introvert intuition, which allows them to digest information inwardly using their intuition. Extrovert thinking is their auxiliary function, and they approach circumstances with empirical logic. Inspiration is a powerful motivator for them. ITNGs are idea generators who are eager to go to any length to make their ideas a reality. The career that about this personality would be a scientist, engineer, professor or a teacher, and etc. Key elements to working with this type would be: don't be direct with the INTJ and expect the truth from them. Do offer constructive feedback. INTJs love to improve ideas. Do not express an opinion unless you are ready to back it up with sound evidence. Do not engage the INTJ in small talk and repetition of statements. Don't ask for clarification of ideas. Introverted sensory thinking professionals, ISTP, are self-sufficient, adaptive, and objective. While evaluating a complicated system, the ISTP prefer working with their hands, and ISTP is constantly seeking for ways to be more involved in their job and thrive in all or nothing circumstances. They do effectively in crisis situations because they are fast to make judgment and put their ideas into action. The careers will be law enforcement, detective work, forensic pathologist, designer, computer programmer, system analysis, and other. The key element to working with this type would be respect the personal belief of an ISTP. The ISTP will disregard rules set for them and work best without physical or mental constraint. ISTP are extremely spontaneous. They are doers, not the thinkers. ISTPs prefer hands-on project. Introverted sensing, feeling, perceiving, ISFP. ISFP are creative, loyal, and harmonious people. Their core function is introverted feeling, which enables individuals to understand what they value. Extroverted sensing is their auxiliary function, which makes them earthy person who appreciate aesthetic beauty. They are more likely to pursue occupation that allow them to express their creativity and personal aspiration. The career would be a designer, social worker, teacher, doctor, childcare, writer, etc. Key elements to working with this type. ISFP can see the positive in everyone but may need positive feedback for themselves. Do not criticize the ISP ideas and opinions, for they do not respond well to negativity. Assign projects that foster creativity without deadlines. Approach the ISFP by being direct and honest.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NADIAH NURULJANNAH binti ZASARI. Matrix number is 1200002. Today I will talk about ESFP, ENFP, and ENTP. The ESFP at work. At work, the ESFP wants to be hands-on and in the middle of the action. ESFPs prefer an active social work environment where they are free to be spontaneous and have fun with coworkers who are friendly, laid-back, and enthusiastic. ESFPs are pragmatic, realistic, and tuned into the needs of others. They often choose a job that allows them to be of service to people and where they can see real, tangible results for their efforts. They are talented at solving practical, people-centered problems and can put this skill to good use in assisting others. ESFPs are keenly turned into their senses and often have an artistic streak. They may choose careers that engage their sensual nature through food, textiles, art, or music. ESFPs often want a career that allows them to move around and generally prefer a work environment that is aesthetically pleasing. The ESFP at work. At work, the ESFP wants to be hands-on and in the middle of the action. ESFPs prefer an active social work environment where they are free to be spontaneous and have fun with coworkers who are friendly, laid-back, and enthusiastic. ESFPs are pragmatic, realistic, and tuned into the needs of others. They often choose a job that allows them to be of service to people and where they can see real, tangible results for their efforts. They are talented at solving practical, people-centered problems and can put this skill to good use in assisting others. ESFPs are keenly turned into their senses and often have an artistic streak. They may choose careers that engage their sensual nature through food, textiles, art or music. ESFPs often want a career that allows them to move around and generally prefer a work environment that is aesthetically pleasing. At work, the ENFP is concerned with using their creativity to express themselves and benefit others. ENFP wants to explore the possibilities for themselves and other people and approach their work with visions and inspiration. They enjoy thinking on creative or people-centered problems that call for an imaginative, original solution. ENFPs are often motivated by their belief in humanitarian causes and want work that is consistent with their values. They are particularly interested in helping other people develop as individuals. They tend to choose careers that allow them to pursue ideas of personal growth and artistic expression. ENFPs dislike routine work and want a variety of tasks and challenges. They prefer to set their own schedule and cafe when saddled with excessive regulations or mundane details. They seek out for fun, novel tasks that allow them to be imaginative and relate to other people in an unstructured and supportive way. The ideal work environment for ENFP is relaxed and friendly, with fewer restrictions on creativity. The ideal job for ENFP allows them to follow their inspiration, satisfy their curiosity, and develop solutions that benefit people in innovative and original ways. At work, the ENTP is concerned with applying innovative solutions to challenging problems to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of systems. The ENTPs often take an entrepreneurial approach to their work and they prefer to approach tasks in a casual and unstructured way, with few limitations on their ingenuity. ENTPs prize competency and often want to be the expert. At work, the ENTP is concerned with applying innovative solutions to challenging problems to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of systems. The ENTPs often take an entrepreneurial approach to their work and they prefer to approach tasks in a casual and unstructured way, with few limitations on their ingenuity. ENTPs prize competency and often want to be the expert. What does ENTP stands for? ENTP stands for extroverted, intuitive, thinking and perceiving, which are traits assigned to be an individual based on their perceptions and behaviors. The researchers define the ENTP and other personality types in their Myers-Briggs Type Indicator MBTI, an assessment that evaluates a person in 4 categories. ENFPs are people-centered creators with a focus on possibilities and a contagious enthusiasm for new ideas, people and activities. Energetic, warm and passionate, ENFPs love to help other people explore their creative potential. Besides that, they are typically agile and expressive communicators, using their wit, humor and mastery of language to create engaging stories. Imaginative and original, ENFPs often have a strong artistic side. They are drawn to art because of its ability to express inventive ideas and create a deeper understanding of human experience. ESFPs are vivacious entertainers who charm and engage those around them. They are spontaneous, energetic, and fun-loving and take pleasure in the things around them, such as food, clothes, nature, animals, and especially people. ESFPs are typically warm and talkative and have a contagious enthusiasm for life. They like to be in the middle of the action and the center of attention. They have a playful, open sense of humor and like to draw out other people and help them have a good time.
So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ERNY SYAZWINA. ERNY SYAZWINA Hakimi. My matrix number is 120275. ESTJ. So today I'm going to explain to you guys regarding to ESTJ. What is ESTJ? So ESTJ is extroverted, sensing, thinking, and judging. ESTJ is an acronym used to describe one of the 16 personality types created by Catherine Briggs and Isabel Myers, and it stands for extroverted, sensing, thinking, and also judging. So what is the ESTJ personality type? ESTJ indicates a person who is energized by time spent with others, which is extroverted, who focuses on facts and details rather than ideas and concepts. Sensing, who make decision based on logic and reason, which is the thinking, and who prefers to be planned and organized rather than spontaneous and flexible. Judging. So basically, ESTJ is and often described as a logical, take charge kinds of people. They are assertive and concerned with making sure things run smoothly and according to the rules. And the third one is ESTJs as committed to traditions, standards, and laws. They have strong beliefs and possess sensible judgment, and they expect that others will uphold the same principle as well. So basically, personality of ESTJ is most likely to be thinking, to be thought that indicates that some people that are very energized or extroverted. Some people might be have that kind of like sensing, thinking, and judging. So next, the key of ESTJ personality type characteristics. So the first one is individual with this personality type tend to place a high value on tradition, rules, and security. Maintaining the status quo is important to ESTJs, and they often become involved in civic duties, government branches, and community organizations. So basically, people with ESTJ characteristics is mostly to have to tend a place of value of high on tradition, rules, laws, maintaining the status quo, and so on. So the second one is people often describes ESTJs as predictable, stable, committed, and practical. They also tend to be a very frank and honest when it comes to sharing their opinions, which can sometimes be seen as harsh and overly critical. So basically, the types that we can have a look on is like lawyer, because they very stand with their opinions, with their rules, with their tradition, and so on. So basically, ESTJ's personality is a very harsh, and make it as a simple one can be overly seen and can be seen as a critical, harshness. So next, the ESFH personality type. So ESFH is an acronym used to describe one of the 16 personality types created by Catherine Briggs and Isabel Myers also, and it stands for extroverted, sensing, feeling, perceiving, and SFH also indicates a person who is energized by time spent with others, which is extroverted, who focuses on facts and details rather than ideas and concepts. Sensing, and also who make decisions based on feelings and values. So the ESFH personality type is vivacious entertainers who charm and engage those around them. They are spontaneous, energetic, and fun-loving, and take pleasure in the things around them, like food, clothes, nature, animals, and especially people. And number one is and next, the ESFH personality type is also typically warm and talkative and have a contagious enthusiasm for life. They like to be in the middle of the action and the center of attention. They have a playful, open sense of humor and like to draw out other people and help them have a good time. So next we're going to talk about ENFJ. So what does ENFJ stand for? So it stands for extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. So basically, ENFJ indicates a person who is energized by time spent with others, extroverted also, who focuses on ideas and concepts rather than facts and details. Intuitive, who makes decisions based on feelings and values. Feelings, and who prefers to be planned and organized rather than spontaneous and flexible. Judging. So basically, ENFJ is also created by 16 personality type. So next, the ENFJ personality type. So what does ENFJ personality type is? The first one is ENFJs are idealists, organizers, striving to implement their vision of what is best for humanity. They often act as catalysts for human growth because of their ability to see potential in other people and their charisma in persuading others to their ideas. They are focused on values and vision and passionate about the possibilities for people. So basically, ENFJ is people that going to influence other with their ideas. So the second one is ENFJs are typically energetic and driving and often have a lot of their plates. They are tuned into the needs of others and acutely aware of human suffering. However, they also tend to be optimistic and forward thinking, intuitively seeing opportunity to for improving. The ENFJs is ambitious, but their ambition is not self-serving. Rather, they feel personally respond for making the world a better place.
ENTJ. It is one of 16 personality types on the MBTI test, which describe how a person perceives and reacts to the world around them and how they make decisions. A. Extroverted and intuitive. T. Thinking. G. Judging. Complement on personality type in MBTI. A way to price and reward someone's personality type based on characteristics. ENFJ, idealist, visionary, and has a strong empathy. ESTJ, organized, reliable, and practical. ENTP, open-minded, innovative, and fun-loving. Criticism on personality type in MBTI.
Format and sample
A way
question.
of indicating
The official Myers-Briggs type indicator
efficiency
MBTI
or
test
area
includes
for
93
improvement
questions. There
in
are
a
only two
person's
choices for
personality
each
type
question,
based on
which
characteristics.
consists of word pairs and short statements.
ENFJ,
The words
too
and statements
idealistic,
are not polar
easily
opposites, rather
influenced,
they are
and lacks
chosen to reflect
objectivity.
dichotomy preference. Take
ESTJ,
example question include first, I'm most comfortable being spontaneous or a planner.
ESTJ,
Second
too
question,
rigid,
change for me
lacks
is
innovation,
difficult
and
or
lacks
easy.
flexibility.
Number three,
ENTP,
I
less
prefer to work alone
sensitive to other
or
people's
in a team.
feelings, lacks
And the last one is I
self-confidence, and
consider
lacks
myself to be
goals
social or private.
orientation.
At the end of the test, the respondents' result of the test
Criticism
is
on
based on the four
personality type in
preferences
MBTI.
with which the respondents are most closely
A
identified.
way
One
of
from each
indicating
skill are combined into what is called
deficiency
type.
or area for
Example,
improvement in a
ISTJ,
person's personality type
extraversion,
based on
sensing,
characteristics.
thinking, judging. ISTP,
ENTJ, too
introversion,
idealistic,
sensing, thinking,
easily
perception.
influenced, and lacks
ESTP,
objectivity.
extraversion, sensing, thinking,
ESTJ,
and perception. Conclusion. In today's business, the
ESTJ
Myers-Briggs Type Indicator
rigid,
MBTI is a
lacks
very effective
innovation,
tool for
and lacks
increasing productivity
flexibility.
and communication.
ENTP
When utilized
less
properly,
sensitive to
CEOs
other
will be
people's
better able
feelings,
to identify
lacks
the kind of
self-confidence,
communication
and
and
lacks goals
stimulation that are
orientation.
required to inspire workers. For instance, those who perform
Criticism
well
on
assessing or
personality type
perceiving
in
will
MBTI.
react to deadlines and work schedules differently.
A
The
way of
business world
indicating
encompasses the wide range
deficiency
of professions
or
and
area
businesses
for
where the
improvement
MBTI
in a
is
person
equally useful.
personality type
The
based on
MBTI is
characteristic.
already the most extensively used
ENTJ
personality
too
inventory in the
idealistic,
world, and if more
easily
employers start
influenced,
using it,
and
the
lacks
outcomes
objectivity.
might be very beneficial to the
ESTJ
profitability of the business and even go as far as to enhance the GDP of the nation and even the global
ESTJ
economy.
too rigid,